I would buy
kinda
both
lewd.
of the Pokemon games in each gen, and one of them would just be designated for breeding, and then the other one would be the one that I would replay over and over again.
What the fuck?
Also, can you explain what the fuck this plap posting is? I see it being spammed in your chat.
I think it's the noise that male genitalia makes when it slaps against a female during intercourse.
Oh.
I don't know how to respond to them. I don't know how to respond to you.
Oh no.
Today's messed up. I cleaned today, so my brain's out
I'm
of whack.
proud of you.
Thank you.
If you cleaned, where did the ants come from?
Well, they're gonna be here for quite a while. I think I might leave a tribute can of soda out for them. Not like tribute as in like semen, but as in like just like a can of soda so they can continue feasting.
What if you had like a can of soda that was only 1/4 of the way full, and then you cut the can in half, you put a disc of ant poison inside the soda, and then you left that out?
But then that would kill the ants.
Yes, that's the goal.
But the ants are my friend.
Are they?
Yes.
Have you learned how to control them?
No. Sometimes they crawl on me and I kill them, but I still love them.
You love them as long as they don't touch you.
Yeah.
What about when they get inside of you?
What?
Well, when you eat them and drink them.
Oh, well, as long as I don't notice, it's okay. I mean, I don't know. Why did you freeze it like that, Kirsche? Why did you
What do
freeze
you
it
mean?
like that? It's
What do
weird.
you mean?
It's weird.
It's not weird.
It's got sexual connotations.
Pippa, you're not in Jav.
What?
The Jav actresses, unlike Genki Genki.
Japanese adult video?
Yeah.
Oh. Do
You
they
only
involve
eat
ants
them.
in that?
Sometimes. Ants, maggots, cockroaches.
What?
Yeah, millipedes, you know.
What?
They kind of go crazy.
Like they put ants and millipedes inside of their bodies in a sexual manner?
Yes.
And people get off to that?
Yes. Something is wrong with island countries, Pippa.
I'm looking at you, the Philippines. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up now. Bug fetish?
Oh my
Nav.
god.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Oh god.
What the fuck?
I warned you!
Are any of these like safe for work-ish?
No.
Fuck, man.
Pippa asking if women putting bugs inside of them is safe for work, please.
Well, like, some of these look like they're kind of... Is that a snake? Is she gonna put a fucking snake up there?
The answer's probably yes.
Chat, does anyone know, like, what to look up to get information on bug pornography without actually having to see the bug pornography?
So I googled, why do I find bugs fucking women attractive? Yeah.
Formicophilia, the fetish of having small insects crawl on your genitals. This is kind of different, because crawl on your genitals. Because for, like, the woman, it would be, like, inside, right?
Yeah.
Those who possess this condition have been known to enjoy ants crawling over their genitals and even entering the orifices until sexual arousal and climax is reached. Entomophilia is the wider term for those who find sexual pleasure with a range of various insects rather than ants alone. Kirsche, watch this with me.
Oh no. What is that?
Chat, watch this with me.
What is this?
Feeling insects
Caterpillar?
crawling all over me. It creates this sensation that washes up and down my body that's just pure pleasure. And
Worms! I think worms are more phallic than, like, an ant, right? Like, I think, like with the... I'm not saying you should fuck a worm, but, like, I feel like the worm would make more sense. Right? Like if you have like a bucket of like bait, right? Like you go to the bait and tackle shop and you buy like the little buckets of worms. Like you could put your dick in that and that would make more sense.
You could.
Than like
You could, but you shouldn't.
you should not. But it's kind of like the apple pie scenario, you know?
I mean, if you're gonna put your dick into something that's just apple pie is preferable to worms. I'm gonna say that.
the development of my sexuality happened in nature. You can have a lot of privacy out in the wilderness.
I can't even begin to fathom, to be honest. Maybe he was streaking, hanging out, trying to get a nice tan, and like a fly landed on him or something?
And then the fly's feet awakened something in him.
Yeah.
This man gets a mosquito bite. He's like, yeah, suck my blood harder.
Yeah, that's like BDSM for these people. Yeah.
I've masturbated a lot of places in and laying naked on hot rocks and swarms of ants crawling all over me, walking through.
What the fuck?
There's like some lakes and shit that have like the fishes that'll swim into your penis. Do you think that's like sounding for these people?
That's probably like advanced sounding. They want to like stop up the urethra and keep it inside of them. They're like, now you can't escape. You're mine.
Jesus Christ!
Are you sexually attracted to ants?
I am not sexually attracted to ants. Let's not even start with that. I don't even want to know the curse shit that could come out of that. No. 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 You think they, like, pluck ticks off of, like, the grass blades and, like, put them on their peepees?
I have a mental image of a tick just crawling inside someone's urethra right now, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's go back to the weird leather man!
Presenter.
Literal bug
I was
chasers,
16
yeah.
years old when I found
BDSM educator? With the
Yeah, that's
bugs?
a weird title.
a slug
I
I
educate
put
you
it
about
on.
BDSM with bugs.
Oh,
and
God.
experienced having it sort of just moving around.
Oh, God.
Emotionally,
I hate it.
in an erotic sense, it was very, very intense and
It's
very
not erotic.
Snail's mouth,
exciting
though.
and very
Gotta
forbidden.
put your dick in that.
Oh, God!
I really started exploring again until into college. I had found an entry for it in the Encyclopedia of Unusual Sexual Practices because I bought a copy of that at my college bookstore.
Oh, it's a
I was
gateway
so
drug.
curious about what
Oh,
people
no.
did, and I came across formicophilia, and I was like, "Oh, that's a thing. All right."
That's what I have, he said.
A rare fetish or sexual interest in being crawled upon or nibbled by insects of the person's part. So they do like being bitten.
There's a number of factors that come in when you talk about folks who identify as kinky
What's he
or
doing?
don't identify as kinky.
Hanging himself?
Certainly,
Plant-based?
and for them, it's just like, this is the best way to get this sensation that I want. For
Never-
example,
Yeah, Narc and Matthew's
you know, if you're
videotape.
using a vibrator, it's going to do the same thing every time. Putting your penis into a container and then filling that container with earthworms. The worms...
Oh my god. He literally did what you suggested! It's just like they have a mind of their own. It's gonna be different every time.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh no! Do you think he goes into like bait and tackle shops and like, oh god!
The bait and tackle shop is his porn shop, honestly.
Oh my god!
Better hide your pet iguanas. He's coming for their food sources.
Oh my god! He's not buying any fishing equipment or anything. He just shows up and buys the worms and maybe a soda. That's so fucking... Oh god. Oh god. Also, forgive me for not being a worm on dick connoisseur, but isn't it just gonna feel like worms on your dick every time? You're sticking your dick in a bucket of worms.
Yeah, but what the worms do is gonna be different every time. Will they just curl around it?
They don't do
Will they curl
anything.
around
They're
it?
worms.
Will they go inside of it? You don't know.
Oh god. Okay, they sell like the Tengas and fleshlights and stuff, right? So, kind of a weird question, but for men, do you like rotate the fleshlight and stuff to achieve like different textures, or different sensations, or does it always feel the same no matter what?
You are edging dangerously close into your chat asking you for like jerk off instruction ASMR. Your chat's gonna be like, ooh, Sister Pippa JOI, I gotta charge my crypto!
Oh god, Chromo gave me the jerk off crystal. Do you know Chromo the VTuber?
No!
She gave me a piss colored crystal and she said, "Here's your JO crystal. We have a matching pair." And I said, "Oh, thank you."
Why is your jack off crystal piss colored?
I don't know what she did to it. Let's go back to the
writhe and
bugs.
move
Oh
in a
god.
way that provides an interesting and exciting physical sensation,
Oh
which is
god.
unpredictable.
It's exciting, Pippa.
It's not the worms.
Other
It's unpredictable. You don't know what the worm will do next.
wanting to connect to nature. And then for other folks,
gonna
it
fuck that
might
bug.
be-
The ants and earthworms are probably the two most frequent ones I play with. I've also
Oh my
played-
god, don't phrase it like that.
What is he doing
You know-
after with the worms? You just put them
Probably
back?
throw them away. Like, their life force is probably sapped at that point. They're so confused with their one cell brain. You know what? This guy's kind of a pussy. He's doing this in America where it's safe. I say go to Australia
Oh, God.
and live out your bug fetishes. Get one of them like giant spider crab things. It's like
Oh god.
the size of a person.
You know, I might pick up a stick, smooth it out a bit with my knife.
What's he gonna do with the stick? What's he doing with the stick, Kirsche?
Now that the knots are off, you can just start
The knots are off the
eating
stick.
them.
What?
I thought this was gonna be about bugs, but he's like, no, I'm just gonna beat them with my stick.
What?
I was like, I guess that makes sense. That's how you make a switch. But I was just like, what?
Okay. What? What is happening?
Sex in the woods?
Yeah, he shaves down a stick to hit people with for BDSM in the woods.
Well, yeah, because I mean, a shaved stick is just a switch. That's what people would do for punishments in the olden days. Like when your grandma was like, "Go get me a stick," and then she shaves it, and then she beats you with it for being a bad child. But now that's part of like fetish culture.
I'm scared to see what people are gonna do with belts.
We're already past that. Did you know that there have been several people who have died from autoerotic asphyxiation by hanging themselves with belts?
I think I saw a movie about that with Robin Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fucked up. We live in a fucked up world.
we do.
Sorry.
This is so awkward.
No, so wait, what happened just now?
I'm very sensitive, and so
Oh my god, he just got horny on camera from hitting his thigh with that stick.
What?
Yeah, the woman was just like, "What happened just now?" And he's like, "Hee, I'm very sensitive."
What?
happy place.
Almost bringing you to like an orgasm right now.
Not in a gentle.
What? I told you!
What the fuck is wrong with people? Like, oh my god! Oh my god!
Just a little bit of coom in the trousers, you know? It's totally normal when you're out in the woods and you beat yourself with a stick.
He barely tapped himself! What the fuck was that?
This is what a lack of human touch does to a man.
Oh my god! You know, socially acceptable forms of kink, I feel like. And then there's socially
I hate that he's
unacceptable
talking about
forms of-
socially acceptable forms of kink in a video about how he likes having bugs crawl on his dick.
I don't get. It's like a reoccurring theme with these fetish videos where they take it back to it being about society and shit. And it's like, why do you need to talk about that? This is like, if I talk about my love of Pokemon, I don't have to be like, yeah, thankfully, playing Pokemon is more socially acceptable nowadays. Who the fuck cares? Just talk about the shit. Stop bringing it back to other subjects.
Because they want
weird.
to make all of these weird things socially acceptable so they can go out in public and talk about how they like bugs on their dick and nobody will make fun of them for it.
I think we should keep making fun of them for it.
Oh no, I agree.
Oh god. Can I just say, I think I don't care what you're into, right? Except for with the bug thing, because you're including like real like living creatures in your sexual pleasure.
They're just bugs though, right? Like nobody cares about bugs. We kill them every day without a second thought.
We kill fucking cows and shit every day without a second thought, eating meat and shit, which I don't personally have an issue with. Like I'm not fucking vegan or anything, but like you don't fucking jack off to a cow unless you're.
I mean,
Ross,
there are
maybe.
people who jerk off to cows. There are also people who like put their mouths on cow buttholes in order to get like.
And people who do that should be
nutrients.
hanged. That's fucking gross.
It is fucking gross.
That's a living creature, and you're using it for your sexual pleasure. That I don't know. Like that's got to be like a fundamental like wrong, right? Like that's just like a baseline for morals. Like
I mean,
that's
I agree
wrong.
with you when it comes to animals, and I think bugs are disgusting. But also, bugs don't fucking matter, right? Like they don't have feelings. Do they have thoughts? Probably not.
But they're alive.
You know?
Just because they're not
I don't-
alive to the same extent as like a cow is, like with how we perceive them, doesn't mean that like it's a living creature. You know, it's one of God's creations. If you're putting it on your dick, that is weird.
Are you
That's
saying we need
wrong.
bug right?
Yeah, actually, I'm saying that's immoral. Cause that's like a
Bug
you know,
rights,
you know,
no.
like if you're purging your house of bugs or whatever, you know, like you're just like protecting your property and protecting like your sense of life and shit, right? But if you're going
Yeah.
out of your way to collect insects to use for sexual pleasure, that's like an active step that you're taking. That's not just like stepping on an ant that's on the sidewalk because it's in the way. That's like you're doing something very intentional.
Well,
That's
is it
weird.
more or less moral to like pick up a worm and put it on your dick, or to just like step on it and kill it?
I think to step on it and kill it.
I feel like stepping on it and killing it is what I would prefer to do, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, it's disgusting that people do stuff with bug, but my phone volume is on.
I'm gonna make a poll. Bug on dick. Bug go squish.
Well, I mean, bug on dick is definitely worse, but that's not like a moral question, right? Like, I mean, I'm even gonna vote for bug on dick. Like, that's just undeniably worse. Oh my god, there's 15% for bug to squish right now. There are bug fuckers in your chat at this moment, Pippa.
If you're a bug fucker, get out of my chat. I don't want you here. Okay, is it morally okay to put a bug on your dick? 81% says no. And what say you, Kirsche?
I say your chat's wrong.
Morally. You think it's
morally?
Is it morally okay to eat a hamburger?
Yeah, it's morally okay to eat a hamburger.
Even though you're killing a cow?
Yeah.
So if you kill a worm, right? Is it just because it's not like as necessary? Because it's not necessary? That's what makes it moral?
Yeah, bugs don't have rights. So that sounded like rice. Bugs don't have rights. They probably do have rice in some places.
Oh god.
Bugs don't have rights. I can't speak. So you can just kill them. It's not a big deal.
Then why is it, if they don't have rights, then why is it immoral to kill a bug?
I don't think it's immoral to kill a bug. I'm just saying, like, if bugs don't have rights and it's okay and everyone thinks it's okay to kill them, then who are you to say that it's immoral to put a bug on your dick?
Oh my god. Okay, somebody on Reddit actually agrees with me. Oh my god. I don't understand how this doesn't count as bestiality. Bug play, aka formicophilia. It's bestiality, dude. I don't know. Is BDSM a gateway drug to bug fucking?
I don't think worms are animals. And, like, the more I talk about this, the more I just want to eradicate all of these people who do these things.
Are bugs animals? Despite their alien appearance, insects are animals, just like you and me. Fuck you, Kirsche. Okay, Kirsche, if you don't think insects are animals, okay, what about birds? If somebody fucks a bird, is that bestiality?
Well, yeah, birds are animals, aren't they?
So are insects, though.
But are insects animals?
Yes, Google it.
Are insects animals?
You're so dumb.
You're dumb!
They're animals.
Smithsonian Institution does say insects are part of the group of animals known as arthropods. Okay, well, if Smithsonian says they're animals, I'll agree and say, yeah, it's probably bestiality then.
It really took you that long, Kirsche? Is that really what it took?
That's what it took! I don't see bugs as animals!
Why?
Because they have no brain activity and they're disgusting! They're like beneath everything else on the planet.
But they're alive!
Yeah, they're alive, but to what extent?
More than a plant!
I mean, I guess fair, more than a plant, but I don't know. Those fucking strange to me, I guess.
Oh my god, Kirsche. I'm putting the video back on. I'm not even sure what else I can say after this.
I don't know. It's fucking...
Such a weird sound.
Oh my god, mealworm?
You can hear the mealworms, or superworms in this case,
superworm.
squirming around in there. I'm just going to take out a few for our demonstration purposes.
Don't demonstrate anything! I don't want to see it!
For folks who have concerns around consent. I don't worry over much about issues of consent if I'm talking about a maggot.
Okay, I'm glad he followed it up with that. So that's what I was saying, right? Like, who cares if bugs can consent? They're not like an actual... I guess now I know they're...
Creature!
But it's a bug! Who fucking cares?
It's a living creature! You're putting a stain on its soul! It's rape!
Is it morally incorrect to rape the bug before you kill it?
Yes!
I don't know. Maybe I'm just racist against bugs, but like I don't give a shit. I think it's disgusting, but I don't care what people do with them.
Oh my god.
Maggot has no
Oh my god.
reasoning or thought process really of any kind. I very much don't feel that way about, say, my dog. My dog clearly is capable of making
Why did he bring his dog into this?
Well, he's saying his dog, like, has, like, higher thinking, so it obviously, like consent would matter with your dog.
Yeah, this is
And dogs
exactly
can't consent.
what I was saying earlier.
But just because, okay, if somebody's in a coma, that doesn't make it okay to rape them just because they're not, like, operating at that fucking level of consciousness and shit, you know? Like, just because like, their thought process is not, like, at that level doesn't mean you can just fucking go into a coma ward.
No, I agree, but just because a person goes into a coma, they don't stop being a person. They still have human rights. Bugs don't have rights.
But why should bugs not have rights? Bugs are still trying to live their lives, man. They're still hunting. They're nature's little robots. They're still going out and they're doing stuff. They're trying to live. They want to survive. And you're pulling them from their natural processes, and you're not even like giving them a more fulfilling or enriching life, a rich life, right? It's like you can have like pet bugs, and you can make sure they live like a nice long life, and you feed them, and like it's technically like you are basically like kidnapping these creatures from the wild, but they're still like living like a fulfilled life. But if you're raping the insect, it's not living a fulfilled life. It's being stained and it's raw.
As a local bug rights activist, can you explain to me how you know that the bug isn't consenting to what this man is doing? How do you know?
Consent? Any line of reasoning you would apply to your dog, you can apply to
the
your
dog has
bugs.
higher brain activity. Of course it can't consent because it can't speak to you.
So what would make an insect able to consent, Kirsche?
Well, they don't have a high enough brain activity to either consent or not consent.
So they can't consent!
So they're just playthings for humans at this point. Maybe you are giving them a higher fulfillment in life because you're using them for a human maybe rape is the higher purpose for bugs.
What the fuck? Oh my god, you're fucking sick. You're fucking sick.
I don't care. They can rape all the bugs they want. Nothing's gonna happen except us calling them freaks.
It's more... Okay, you can go out and you could rape orphans.
You okay? Do you need a drink?
Okay, what about like the undesirables of society, right? Like you have like orphans and shit. They're not allowed to...
Just because nobody wants the orphans doesn't mean it's okay to rape them, Pippa!
That's what I'm saying about bugs!
Orphans for bugs! I'm fucked up! You're the one comparing orphans to insects! At least I want to put the children to work in the mine!
They're both alive, Kirsche!
And if the orphans eat the bugs to sustain themselves because their orphanage won't feed them, I don't care about the bugs!
People eat cows, like it's okay. You eat to live. You don't live to rape.
I mean, maybe some people do.
Okay, I'm gonna let the video play again.
Doing what she does or doesn't want to do.
Oh my god.
And thus, her consent is important, which is one of a myriad reasons why I would not have sex with my dog, other than not being interested in sex with dogs.
I'm glad he clarified that.
That was actually pretty important. The way he was talking about that.
Get sort of those issues, then you come back to like, well, what about that earthworm? And I had someone say to me at a class once, she said, that earthworm hasn't consented to being on your genitals. And my response...
Just a normal conversation between classmates, dude.
response to that was, that earthworm also doesn't know that it's on my genitals.
See?
Well, like, insects and stuff like do know like about their surroundings and shit. Like, right? Maybe the earthworm isn't capable of like conceptualizing like mammal mating rituals and shit, but like insects do procreate. So it's like you could apply this same fucked up logic to like your dog. Well, your dog like doesn't know what your dick is.
Yeah, but your dog knows that something's hurting it.
Insects can feel pain.
Can they?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm gonna look this up.
Google it.
Can insects? Oh, it's like the top fucking result. Scholars have long recognized that the survival value of pain means many animals experience it, supposedly with the exception of insects.
Oh, fuck off.
We surveyed more than 300 scientific studies and found evidence that some insects may feel pain. However, the majority do not.
I think they feel pain. I think they feel pain. Because
well, I admitted I was wrong when I read the Smithsonian say that they were animals, okay?
Yeah, but I'm right. Science just hasn't caught up with me yet. Science just hasn't caught up
like,
yet.
fuck the scientist, I am the science!
Back to the video.
The earthworms are being sold either as bird or reptile food or for fishing. No one worries about the consent around that. But if you bring genitals into
Nobody
it...
worries about like a workhorse consenting to fucking pulling a plow either, though.
I love animal slave labor.
Yeah, like this is fine. Like it's an animal.
Are we giving the animals a higher purpose in life by enslaving them and making them do our chores for us, though?
I don't know if it's a higher purpose, but I think it's a fine purpose.
So, what's the difference between enslaving an animal and making it plow your fields and putting a worm on your dick?
Because one is tied to sexual degeneracy, and sex is an entirely, like, hedonistic thing, unless you're doing it to procreate, and you're not gonna procreate with a fucking praying mantis, so you shouldn't put it on your fucking dick. Okay?
Sound reasoning, right? But, like, what if you love the bug? Wouldn't you want to make love to something that you're in love with?
It's a bug.
Yeah, but he loves it.
So?
People can marry anime holograms.
Anime holograms aren't alive. The bugs are alive. And so you're still raping it even if you love it. The bug can't consent.
What about if you got like one of the AI waifus?
It's still not alive. It's still just lines of code. It doesn't
Even if
have
it
a
gains
soul.
sentience and starts feeling things?
It doesn't have a soul, Kirsche!
Bugs don't have a soul either, Pippa!
No!
They do not!
Hell!
We're not gonna die and go to heaven and see fucking bugs flying around up there!
There's gonna be bugs in heaven!
No, there's not! They
Yes,
don't
there
deserve
is.
to be there!
Yes, they do.
The bugs are in hell and used as torture devices for people who are terrified of bugs.
No. Well, maybe some of them. But most bugs go to heaven.
Those dogs go to heaven, Pippa, not
Yeah.
bugs!
Dogs go to heaven as well. I think all bugs have souls! And they're gonna go to
The only-
heaven or hell.
The only way that bugs have souls is that, like, if reincarnation is real, and if you were a shit higher being than a bug in a previous life, you get reincarnated as a bug. And even then, if you were shitty enough to get reincarnated as a bug, is it still morally bad to then kill the bug? I don't think so.
I think it depends on why you killed the bug.
It's gross.
Back to the video.
There's a safe way to insert
Why is there sensual lighting?
earthworms into the urethra.
So wrong!
I don't know what you mean by there's a safe way to insert them. 'Cause, like, safe for who? You? The worm? Like, what?
Oh my god! It's so wrong!
For a lot of people, it can be disorienting, perhaps.
Oh no.
Because they have this idea of this organ is this sort of sacred thing that cannot be penetrated, and putting anything inside there is just unthinkable.
Yes.
I put my penis in ice cold water because worms enjoy cold places. They'll be more likely to go in that way.
I don't like
Sometimes-
this.
I'm scared. Kirsche, hold me.
This man with a completely straight face is like, yeah, I put my penis in ice cold water. I'm not a psychopath.
That's still not enough. They still don't want to go in. And so I use incense for that.
What?
From incense will make them want to crawl down into, to get away from the smoke.
Okay, hold on. I agree with you. That's rape. If he has to coerce the worm to go inside of his urethra using smoke to try and suffocate it, that's coercion. This man is raping these worms.
This is so wrong! He's torturing the worms to make
He is. I'm on your side now. All right, let's see what this man does with this worm that he's burning.
What makes them crawl out? What makes this like a safe thing to do as opposed to them just like crawling into your bladder or whatever is that the deeper the worm goes,
I need a moment. I'm sorry. The idea of the worms crawling into your bladder.
I don't want to. That's a horrifying. Well, yeah. Your urethra's connected to your bladder. That's how you pee. If something crawls into your urethra, in theory, it can crawl all the way to your bladder. That's horrifying. How do you play with something like this and feel okay with yourself?
I don't know. Oh my god, it's making my body hurt imagining it. Oh my god. Oh my god, what do you do? What do you do if the worm goes in your bladder?
I guess you gotta go to the hospital and say, hey doc, I got a worm in my bladder because I tried sounding with it.
It's so wrong. It's so fucked up. I can't fucking breathe.
It gets. Sometimes they back out, sometimes they actually turn around. And so
There's
it's
room
a double
for that?
worm body thing going on.
How do they U-turn?
That feels really good.
Oh god.
That's so fucked up.
Man out here, whole ass, just like, yeah, I love it when the worm does a U-turn in my dick. What the fuck?
How does urethras are small, aren't they?
I mean, if they're untouched, yes.
So what? They can stretch? Oh god.
I mean, I would imagine they stretch a bit because, like, again, people pass kidney stones and those are kind of big and it's very painful. I wonder why the worm is not painful.
Maybe because it's smooth?
I don't know. I don't like that.
No.
I was with a partner. She always talks about the look of absolute pleasure on my face. As
Do you think he
Pippa,
fucks
this
her?
man has a girlfriend!
Do you think he fucks her with the worms in his dick?
He, like, just inserts worms in his urethra and then fucks her and, like, sees if they crawl out inside of her?
Oh god. Oh my god. Yeah.
I just want to say, if a guy who inserts worms inside of his dick can get a girlfriend, like, we're all gonna make it, dude. Like, there's hope for everyone.
Oh god. If he ejaculates, do the worms go out with him?
That is a horrifying image of just, like, a man ejaculating and instead of just jizz, it's fucking worms flying out of his dick.
Water slide.
I mean, the worms are probably used to water slides from outside, right?
the worm was wriggling inside me, there's just no other feeling like it.
Oh god.
Oh, I bet.
I think a lot of men are accustomed to feeling pleasure on their penis, on this sort of external organ. But you can feel pleasure in different places too, internally.
No.
And so that experience is having this part of my anatomy that I normally think of as being the penetrator and that I normally use for penetrating, to have it then be penetrated. It becomes a kind of flipping of gender norms there.
Oh!
Fucking why you're trying to make this political? Fuck off! You're fucking worms! You're fucking worms!
I am rallying against gender norms by putting the worm in my penis!
Off! So fucked up. So fucked up.
Holy
There's
shit.
no way he just tried to make it. Oh my god.
It's just the NPC dialogue tree, dude.
It is. It fucking is. There's no way that just unironically came out of his mouth just now.
Well, you know, we still have like a minute left, but I will say I am proud of him for not trying to say that it's not sexual, you know?
Yeah, that is surprising.
We're just too close-minded to understand him, Pippa.
Yeah. Oh god.
I think that if our society can get to a place of acceptance of people's desires,
No.
again, keeping in mind the importance of consent and those desires.
Ironic coming from the man who smokes the worms into his penis.
It's funny coming from the worm rapist.
Yeah. Oh my god. I just...
And the importance of acting on desires in a responsible way, then it would help a lot of people, myself included, to feel more safe about opening up about what it is that we enjoy.
Yeah, opening up about your desires in a safe way, like putting a bag around someone's head and blowing smoke into it until they agree to fuck you.
Yeah. Oh god. I unironically think he's evil now.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, yeah, because he's like literally torturing the worms. That's like the kids that would use the magnifying glass to burn insects and they grow up to be like actual sociopathic murderers. That's like the same thing.
He's taking a step further though. He's getting off on it.
Yeah, that's just like if you're not gonna crawl inside my dick of your own volition, I'm gonna smoke you and suffocate you until you do. That's a
fucked up.
threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man rapes worms. It's just so fucked up. And then he has the gall to talk about consent and gender norms.
Wow, that's kind of weird. I wonder how many assaults this man has committed.
I don't know. I think unironically this man should be looked into. This is kind of fucked up.
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.